Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis and this is the last episode of the X Block, episode number 4. Today's going to be just long, steady endurance. Uh, should be maybe no more than 2 hours, but I'll probably stretch it to 3.5, 4 because it's a beautiful day today and I know I have some rest coming up. So while I'm cycling, I'll be doing some voiceover, or actually I'll be cycling and doing the voiceover afterwards, and talking about yesterday's pyramid workout and meeting parameters and how the design of the X Block has gone. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to start mine right now. This is my third and last mini block of the off season. The first mini block was the 4-day T block during Thanksgiving. That focused on endurance and stamina. The second mini block was a week later in San Luis Obispo. That was 3 days and that focused on tempo riding. Fast forward 3 weeks and I am now in the X block. This is a 4-day mini block focusing on neuromuscular developments and high intensity work. Day 1 of the X Block saw a 1 hour 45-minute session on the trainer. This workout started with a long warm-up, about 35 minutes, that went into upper endurance with high cadence work. The next section of the workout was a steady build into Zone 4 threshold. This was followed by the main workout, which was a series of very short but very high intensity efforts. You can find an outline of this workout in the description of episode 1. Day 2 of the X Block was steady endurance. The reason for this was to recover from the efforts of day 1. I spent about a third of that time with the team on the ride. However, they were going harder than I wanted to go, so I had to back off. I had to protect the workout that I was going to be doing in day 3. That was going to be a tough one. If I go too hard on day 2, then there is a significant chance that day 3's workout would be compromised. If that happened, then this block would be close to being a waste for me. As it turned out, I dropped from the group early, took a shortcut home, and ended up with about 57 miles in 3.5 hours. Next came day 3. This was a series of high intensity efforts, ranging from 1 minute to 5 minutes and then back down to 1 minute. This was followed up by 3 sprint efforts. I had defined the interval power parameters such that if I hit them, I could clearly consider that day a success. As it turned out, I did not hit all of them. In fact, I did not hit most of them. Still, this turned out to be a successful workout for me. Looking back on that workout, I felt rested. My aerobic and anaerobic system seemed up to the task. The limiter were my muscles. They could not produce the power that I thought they should be able to produce. Still, it was close enough, and because of that, the X Block was a success. You can find day 3's workout in the description of episode 3. Next came day 4, which you are watching now. This was endurance just like day 2, except it was lower power, higher cadence spinning, mostly flat. Today I went about 55 miles and 3.5 hours. Doing endurance work after a tough workout the day before helps to solidify gains. It gets the blood flowing, including to those muscles that you worked the day before, helps flush out what needs to be flushed out, and generally promotes healing. It also keeps the aerobic system built up. Being able to do a quality mini block requires more than having a good workout plan. You have to take in enough calories, not so much that you overtax your enzymes, to be able to fuel your workout. You need to be able to do the right things when you're not on the bike so that you recover quickly so you can have the good workout the next day. Doing all this when you are young is very important. Doing this when you're old like me is critical. A couple mornings before the mini block started, the mirror would tell me that I had been getting a little chunky. I certainly didn't want to compromise the mini block by trying to lose half a pound, but I did not want to overeat either. My plan was to eat as effectively as possible using high quality foods. This meant keeping an eye on the calories I was consuming, mainly by eating when I was truly hungry, and focusing on a plant-based vegan diet that included fish and egg whites. Self-massage and sleep were the other components of recovery. The calories, the massage, and the sleep all worked out as the X-Block was a success. You can see what I ate on day 4 in my next video. Good ride. Well, there you have it. 4 days of the X-Block. Today was about 54 miles in 3.5 hours. The sun was shining. Even got to take off the leg warmers and the arm warmers. Gonna go inside and have me some Hammer Nutrition Recover-Rites in soy milk. I can taste it right now. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. Remember, comment, like, and subscribe. The Cycling Greek.